What is going on, Skull family? I'm Kyle,
I'm Darin.
and this is the Purple Dopes with Hopes podcast. Darin, I feel like I jinxed Brandon Aubrey, and I need to go on record and say, like, Brandon Aubrey, I'm sorry, man. Like, I didn't mean to throw that on you. It wasn't intentional. I was a little bitter by what you did to me in my fantasy playoffs to get to make the fantasy playoffs, and yeah, man, I didn't know it was gonna go that bad for you, but we'll take it, right?
Hey, I mean, if you want to go ahead and miss those long field goals, Brandon Aubrey, we got a guy that'll go ahead and knock them through. So,
Every single time.
I mean, would he kick that 53-yarder yesterday? There's no doubt in my mind that Will the Thrill's knocking that through.
As long as there's no
Didn't even
wires in
cross
the
my
sky.
mind that he'd miss. I'm like, the game's over. Like, he's not going to miss this. This is
100%.
crazy.
100%. 100%. Well, before we jump in, if you are just finding us, we are the Purple Dopes with Hopes podcast. We are on YouTube. So if you are catching us on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are also on the major podcast platforms Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio. So please follow the show as well as rate and review us. And then, Darin, we got a pretty cool request this week. You want to hear it? You already
Let's
know.
hear it.
Let's tell
Let's
them.
hear it.
The Purple Dopes with Hopes are officially part of the Let's Skull Network, which is a kind of a bringing together a community of different Vikings content creators, and the Purple Dopes are in there. So Let's Skull Network. You can check the information
Love it.
in the description of the video on YouTube. But we're happy to be partnering with them, and look forward to do
Absolutely.
some content swapping because it's going
Yeah,
to be super
absolutely.
fun.
Yeah, thrilled to be a part of that network. Really cool idea. So yeah, I'm really thrilled to be part of it.
Absolutely, pretty cool that the Purple Dopes are part of that. So I'm really
Yeah,
excited to do that. So.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, let's jump in, man. Our Minnesota Vikings have now won 2 games in a row. They beat the Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World 34-26 last night. We're now 6-8. Darin, give me just your first thoughts as you see that score, you watch that game. What's going on with our Minnesota Vikings?
That was fun. That's my first thought is, man, I was watching that game thinking this is super fun. Like JJ's out there having fun. Again, you look at the receivers again, even Jefferson. Like,
For
yeah,
sure.
I think he wishes he was catching more balls, but the guy's happy they're winning, man. Like, I just it was a fun game to watch. Really fun to see JJ, put up, the highest numbers he's put up in his career so far, and actually look like a NFL quarterback.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. I think as we look back 14 weeks on our Minnesota Vikings, this was the first game that I watched where, yeah, the blowouts are fun, but that quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four, like you're engaged and you're into the game.
Yeah,
By
yeah,
fourth quarter of the Commanders game, like we were like, all right, throw in the towel,
right,
put in the
yeah, mercy.
backups. But every single quarter of that game into halftime, we're tied. It's a 0-0
Yeah,
game. Come out of halftime, to be able to put up some points in the second half. Yeah, like it was just, it felt like the type of game we were hoping for all season long.
absolutely. Yeah, and again, just the type of team we thought we'd be all season long on offense,
Yeah,
right? I mean, they're moving the ball down the field, 34 points. Like that's an
for
amazing
sure.
showing. Again, I don't want to, go negative here, but that, it could have gone up, it could have gone south in a hurry after that first pass got picked off. Kind of a fluky play.
Yeah,
I still don't really know how that ball didn't get knocked down. I couldn't tell if JJ just missed it when it got deflected back to him, but
yeah,
I mean, a defensive lineman caught it, a
yeah.
fluky
I mean,
play, and
let's
then
break
after
that
that though, they're firing, man. Like he just came back in the game and laughed it off and
for sure. Yeah, I mean,
drove down.
I won't lie. After that first play or second play of the game, interception. I mean, the sales were coming down pretty fast. Like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Oh,
here
here
we
we
are
go.
again. But then as you watch it, it's like it's what we've been talking about all season with our defense. Like
Yeah.
that ball literally just ended up in that guy's tummy, and he just put his arms around it. There's no way he was even looking for that ball,
Couldn't
and he
even
ends
see
up
it.
with it.
It
Yeah,
just hit him in the stomach and his arms closed around it. Yeah, couldn't
absolutely.
even see it, man.
He made
So
a play, and like you said, it was just kind of one of those random fluke things.
yeah,
But then our boy JJ, 9 NINE baby,
9.
108 QBR rating, 250 passing, 15 to 24, actually his highest of his career passing. And then let's go, 3 total TDs.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? I know our biggest thing has been progression from JJ. I mean, I feel like this is a step from last week against Washington.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go here to start. I'm really sick of the people that are saying, "Oh, you're doing it against bad defenses."
Hmm,
Yeah, is Dallas an elite defense? No. But if you look at what they've been doing the last few weeks, their
for sure.
D has actually been playing well.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say they're the 2000 Ravens, but they've been playing well.
yeah,
And JJ went out and completely dismantled them.
for sure.
So that's exactly what we're looking for, exactly what we need our guy to do. He can't control our schedule right now. We play who we play.
Hmm,
And again, what we were talking about the last few weeks, let's just see you get better and better and better. And
yeah,
he's doing it.
absolutely.
So I would say at this point, is he perfect? No, I mean, you look at those balls coming out, he's throwing fastballs across the board,
He's throwing
so I think
heaters.
he's gonna
Yep.
have to play with a little touch, but we'll get there. We'll get
Yep.
there. I'm not gonna dog him here because I thought he played great overall.
For sure. I mean, I think definitely the juice is flowing with nine, especially when he starts rolling. A
Yeah.
couple of those passes coming out pretty hot. A lot of those balls to Jefferson, I just feel like were fastballs. But you look at that 4th and 2 ball to Naylor, back
Oh,
shoulder, just a great
dime.
toss. You look at that
Absolutely.
ball to Hawkinson, which Hawkinson made an amazing catch there, but
Great.
he was the only one that could catch that ball. When
Yeah.
JJ threw that, I thought this is picked. But then as I rewatched it, no, 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 it was in the perfect spot where only Hawkinson
Yeah.
could go get it because Hawkinson's a big wide receiver and he's playing against a,
Yeah.
a little cornerback
Absolutely.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And over to the Jefferson thing, it's funny because it just feels like he's kind of in sync with everyone else. It's just he and Jefferson, and it's both ways. I'm not
Yes.
giving Jefferson a pass on this. Like
Yeah.
he missed that touchdown, obviously.
Hmm.
There was that one, it was high, so would have been a crazy tough catch. Hit both of his hands. I am just gonna say that.
And it's
So
Justin Jefferson.
it's just Justin Jefferson. I think the Justin Jefferson of last year catches that. But
And
he even had that one down the sideline. One, I thought it was pass interference. I think it might have
yes,
been the first throw to Jefferson. I don't know. It was early in the game, but I thought it was interference anyway.
hmm,
But it hit him in the chest.
it
And
did.
it kind of felt like, man, if you just get one arm up, like again, it feels like that's a catch that I don't want to like again, we're spoiled Justin Jefferson
For
fans, right?
sure.
Like you expect that of him, but
Hmm.
so I'm not gonna say that was a great pass, but felt like give him a chance to make the catch.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Justin Jefferson, like that's what you want to do is give him a chance to make the catch.
Yeah, and I think at this point, obviously we know Minnesota Vikings eliminated from the playoffs. The Chicago
Yeah,
Bears destroyed the Browns, so they're out of the playoffs. But for me, it's like let's get these guys together because I would
yeah,
totally agree. Jalen Naylor and JJ McCarthy. Like I saw a post on Twitter after the game, and it showed a picture of Justin Jefferson. It was like Jalen Naylor when JJ McCarthy's passing the ball. Like they are
yeah,
in sync out there. I feel like him and Addison have had a connection since the beginning. I just, for
yeah,
some reason, there's something that's not quite clicking when it comes to Jefferson. And I know it'll come because
yeah,
it's Justin Jefferson. He's the best wide receiver in the NFL. Numbers don't matter. We know he's the best wide receiver. And so that'll
yeah.
come. But I can't figure out is he having trouble adjusting to McCarthy? I know I heard McCarthy in an interview say, like, he gets nervous to
He's
throw to Justin
nervous.
Jefferson.
Yep.
And so is there some of that piece that maybe like, I mean, it's a 22-year-old kid still who
Yeah.
still gets the giddies when he sees, the best players in the league on his team.
Yeah. I think that might be part of it. The other aspect that everyone has to remember too is it's Justin Jefferson. They're not single
Oh, for sure.
covering
Yep.
really ever.
Mm-hmm.
There's a two deep shell almost every play. So he's got a corner, probably a linebacker in his way, and then he's got a see. So the windows to go to Jefferson are
Yeah.
super tight.
Yeah.
And if you even look at the one, it kind of bugged me a little bit last night as Tarico and Collinsworth are talking about, he missed him on that one, which, yeah, he kind of overthrew it and threw it
Mm-hmm.
hot. JJ got destroyed on that pass. Like he
Yeah. Oh,
threw it
yeah.
and was immediately destroyed. It's not like he could like step into it or
Yeah.
like he did what he could.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed him. I'm not going to deny that, but like he got absolutely rocked. So let's not forget that like he's also taking pressure and still delivering on some throws.
Oh, for
So
sure. And if you look at that touchdown where Naylor kind of runs the out route, and I mean, I was watching it with my boys, and they were like, "There's Jefferson," and I was like, "Yeah, with two guys on him." The reason
well, the
Naylor
corner
was,
that was supposed to be on Naylor went with Jefferson
yeah,
first, then it was a two steps behind.
yes. So the reason Naylor was so wide open was because
Yeah,
they're focusing on Jefferson, which Jefferson did get 8 targets in the game. So it's not like they're not trying to get him the ball. It's
yeah,
just a tougher window right now with the amount of attention that he's drawing. And
absolutely,
I listened to an interview with Justin Jefferson after the game, and to me, Justin Jefferson is still leading this offense. Like
absolutely.
the way he spoke, the way he talked about his job as the leader and as the captain of this team, like he's still leading, even though he finished the game with 22 yards, I think on 2 catches. Like
Yeah,
he's still leading, even though he's not putting up the numbers he has in the past years. And I think we're seeing the benefit of Justin Jefferson, maybe not having those numbers in Jalen Naylor, in Jordan Addison, in TJ Hawkinson, even in Aaron Jones in that passing game last night.
yeah, and that's what I obviously Jefferson wants to catch balls. He wants to contribute actively.
Hmm.
And to your point, he's passively contributing now by pulling defenders
Yeah.
away. But that doesn't mean he wants out of Minnesota. And I think that's
Hmm.
where, like, again, I try not to pay attention to those naysayers when you're on Twitter, but it's like one, I think his contract's like another 5 years, so he's not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
Two, like, why you're just assuming like because he's mad when we lose that he's mad he didn't get the ball. Like, that's not who he is.
Not at all.
He's never been that guy.
Nope.
So why would he all of a sudden be that guy this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably pissed we're losing. I don't disagree with that. But
Hmm.
again, like he's not a selfish player and he never has been.
Nope. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. I think, you know, the Vikings are out of the playoffs, so everyone wants to swirl. We'll talk about the major swirls that were kind of going
Yeah.
on last week with our organization. But we're people are trying to get clickbait. They're trying to draw attention.
Yeah.
At no point has there been any indication that Justin Jefferson wants out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like we've been saying, there's a frustration there because they're not winning. They're winning now, and I see the excitement, and I see how he's kind of realizing like this is what the potential of this team is.
Yeah.
And his numbers are going to come. The balls are going to come his way. It's going to start.
Yeah.
It's going to start working out. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about our O line last night, man. Darisaw gets scratched at the beginning of the
Oh
game there, and I
yeah.
get a little nervous because our boy School's out there. But our O line gives up 0 sacks in that game, man. Shout out to our O line for doing the job out there.
Absolutely. No, that's just it. You're missing your top dog there in Darisaw, and you still go out. No sacks. I mean, even O'Neal went down with an ankle later in the game. Brandell, the utility man, comes in. I think he's played everywhere except right guard this year. So, shout out to him. But yeah, they look good. They kept him clean. Obviously, took a few hits, but they did their job. They did what they had to do. And I mean, especially like those tackles from Dallas's D line, they're no
Yeah.
joke. You got Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams, like two really good players. So I was impressed how those the Kelly and you got Fries and
O'Neal. Yeah.
Jackson up front. They
Jackson.
really kept him clean. And I think Clowney was out there. Jadeveon Clowney, I think he can still move.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
there's some guys on that line, and I was impressed to see no sacks there.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, a big thing was just, I think JJ is putting himself in positions where he's not getting sacked. I know we're kind of on the hype JJ train right now, which, hey, man, 2 games back to back where he has over 100 QBR, we got to be. But I definitely think he's not
He's
putting
earned it
himself in positions where he's getting sacked as much, but a lot of that has to do with that established offensive line as well. Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, he did a good job too of stepping up, avoiding pressure, running when he had to. Which,
yeah,
like, I felt like the times he chose to run last night were the right times. I think there was one. I think it was that first drive to start the second half where it was 3rd and 8. I think he tried to dump one to Naylor after he stepped up into the
yeah.
pocket. It looked like he had room to run, but again, overall, I think that was the one that comes to mind that he missed. Otherwise, I thought his runs were great. And then, I mean, we got to talk about that touchdown run because
Oh,
it
the
just is
McGritty, baby, the
seeing the Peyton
McGritty.
Manning running the same play in the same stadium. It was like 2013 Peyton Manning ran that play. It was just
I
like
didn't realize it.
unreal.
I didn't realize it was in Dallas Stadium.
Yeah, it was. It
I
was in
saw
Jerry World.
yeah, I saw the replay of it today, like side by side of like this is Peyton Manning, JJ McCarthy same play, but I will say that them fresh legs hitting that McGritty are a little bit different than the Peyton Manning waltzing in with
Oh
his arm
man,
in the
that
air.
was well. It's funny. I've been trying to find like I saw a story on ESPN that like Kevin O'Connell was irked about it, and it's like it looked like in the presser, KOC didn't seem like he was irked. I think he was kind of like, yeah, I went to pick that. Something about like it was entertaining. I guess we're in the entertainment business. He didn't seem upset. I don't know.
No,
Like it
from
felt like a story that they're trying to blow up into
oh,
something, but
always. Well, I from what I heard, like he had done it in practice
in
earlier in the week
practice,
as well,
yeah,
and KOC had made a comment to him at practice about it or something. So I think they're kind of grabbing that, and then also grabbing kind of how KOC
yeah.
responded. But yeah, I mean, I'm hearing things in the social media world on YouTube from Vikings guys saying, Kevin O'Connell's against JJ McCarthy. I don't get that feeling when I'm watching him coach him on the field. I mean,
No, I think again. I think what people are confusing is the season has not gone how Kevin O'Connell wanted it to go.
absolutely. Yeah.
So like he can be frustrated with that, still being frustrated with JJ, and still know that he is our future. Like
Yeah.
that can all be true at the same time.
Yeah. And also like realizing he's got a 22-year-old kid out there playing the game who plays the game with an insane amount of passion.
Yeah.
And sometimes in those passionate moments, we see some of those acts come out. And, to me, it's like he's fired up, man. He scores an NFL touchdown on a great play that Kevin O'Connell called. Like he's fired up about that. I understand, like, you want to stay humble as the leader of that team. You don't want to turn it into a circus. You don't want pulling out Sharpies and cell phones from the end zone. But also, like, I can appreciate a little bit of that passion from our quarterback out there.
I think dropping a gritty with ice in the veins, I think that's a pretty good Selly coming
Yeah,
off a fake like that,
I like
unfortunately.
it. I like it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not even close to the Sharpie or the cell phone.
oh
That
yeah.
was just great. So yeah, that was awesome. Love to see it.
Well, let's talk a little bit about kind of the whirlwind that was kind of Vikings content last week, which was this idea of Joe Burrow, being unhappy in Cincinnati, and then now coming out that maybe the Vikings are the front runner to trade him. Kind of now we're 1 week removed from that, and JJ McCarthy puts up a game like this. Kind of what are your thoughts as far as that goes with this idea that Joe Burrow just lost to the Ravens and scored 0 points and really
Yeah.
seemed unhappy when he was doing it. So, what are your thoughts now as we look at J.J. McCarthy kind of coming into his own as a nine, where Burrow is kind of a little bit of fluttering a little bit out there?
Yeah. I mean, so when I read the news last week, obviously intrigue sets in, right? Joe Burrow is he's when he's healthy, he's as good as it gets at quarterback right now in the NFL. Like
Yeah.
he's up there, can throw the ball. Obviously, you got the Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson connection back from LSU, and they put up all those points
Hmm.
that last year they played. So I'm not gonna lie and say if that's actually uh, something that's potentially going to happen, that I wouldn't be intrigued.
Hmm.
'Cause again, you look at, again, let's see how the season ends, but
Yeah.
even just right now, even off this game, you got Joe Burrow, known commodity, and you got a lottery ticket,
Yeah.
right? So I part of it, like, what are you gonna have to give up? Are you gonna
Yeah.
give up four firsts and a couple of play like so it's like the devil's in the details when it comes down to would it actually happen. I think it's fun to entertain. I think Joe
Yeah.
Burrow is awesome.
For
I
sure.
think he's a cool guy, good quarterback, great, great quarterback, good arm.
Yeah.
Was go to the Super Bowl his second year in the league, I think.
Yep.
So I mean, he's been to the Super Bowl. They're close to, played a tough game against the Rams. Again, the knock on Burrow is he's hurt. He's hurt a
Yeah.
lot. So he's missed a lot of games in the NFL. Taking a lot of sacks.
Yeah.
Obviously, their offensive line in Cincinnati needs a lot of work.
For sure.
That being said, I don't think you can always blame the O line for all the sacks.
Yeah.
So maybe he's holding the ball too long. I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of Bengals games.
Just when they play the Vikings.
You're right. But again, back to the original question, like yeah, I'm intrigued, man. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think if that's a possibility, you have to explore it.
for sure.
But after nights like last night, yeah, you kind of feels a little bit less necessary for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean for me it's like an all day thing when I see the Bengals come out and put up 0 points and
Yeah,
Burrow's really playing with it doesn't seem like a lot of love for the game. And then you got a guy like JJ McCarthy coming out there and he's hyped, he's excited. Our team's out of the playoffs, but he's still playing like it matters because it does to him. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, last week you asked me, I think it's definitely
yeah,
worth a conversation. After last night, we got 3 more games, and to me,
yeah,
I really want to see. And this is kind of what I've been saying. Like, I'm still behind JJ. Like, I
absolutely.
still want to see what he has. I still want to see what he brings. At the end of the year, I think we can evaluate everything. It kind of bothers me a little bit when ESPN and like the big networks kind of grab onto this because the guys in the locker room are hearing this
Yeah, for
stuff.
sure.
So it kind of bugs me a little bit to think that we're taking away from the 4 games, now 3 games that we got JJ out there. But
Yeah,
for me, it's like, hey, you got 3 games, man. We're going to continue to
yeah.
evaluate every single game. We're going to continue to look at where we're at, and if we see this pattern continue, like to me, there's no doubt that JJ McCarthy is going to be the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings next season.
I mean, you would think, and again, it's fun to think about, like
Yeah,
the Burrow thought experiment. It's super fun. It just feels like the price. Like, who's gonna let a franchise quarterback go?
yeah, absolutely.
When you finally get one, you're not gonna be like, well, he's kind of disgruntled. We'll let him
Yeah,
go. Like, and I guess like, yeah, if anyone could like force their way out of a situation, it's probably a good quarterback.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I just again that's why we're not GMs though, because I can't like
yeah.
again, if you'd asked me last week, yeah, I'd probably been like, we absolutely got to do it. Now I'm like, now I'm a little sure. It's like, well, it's
Yeah.
based off one game. Like, I don't know.
Hey,
So
man,
that's why I'm a fan and not a GM.
the lotto ticket hit, man. So now it's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, hold
Well,
on.
it
I
hit
don't know if
last
I'm ready
night,
to get rid
right?
of this one yet. So,
Yeah, we're
um,
waiting. That was more of like a scratcher. We're waiting for the Powerball to hit here.
absolutely, absolutely. Give us 3 more games. Give us three
Yeah,
more
yeah,
games.
yeah,
So.
exactly.
Well, let's jump over to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, our defense, once again, I feel like does their job. Yeah, the Cowboys scored points. They did have 128 rushing yards, 2 TDs. Dak goes for 294 with 0 TDs. Once again, I just feel like our defense continues to hold at the right time, and Flores
Yeah.
dials up when he needs to dial up.
Yeah, I mean the bend don't break mentality, was shown again last night. Again, like first drive of the game though, they're put in a really tough position.
For
Offense
sure.
turns it over.
Yeah.
They hold them to a field goal, and then special teams gives up a first down. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you guys, like
Goodness,
just like,
Cowboys. Oh, my gosh.
yeah,
Brandon Aubrey with a nice 6 yard rush right there.
great call on the fake field goal, by
Oh,
the
it
way. I mean,
was.
I'll give them credit for that. They knew Isaiah Rodgers was crashing down hard, and there's no one there.
Yep.
So
They've watched the film. They know what Isaiah Rodgers does.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was I would say to start the game disheartening,
Yeah.
thinking this defense just can't catch a break. But then they settled in. Obviously the Cowboys ran the ball for more yards than I was hoping for, which kind of led I don't think did we have a turnover last night? I don't think we had a turnover,
We
did
did
we?
not have a turnover, no.
A couple of sacks, but
Two
yeah,
we
no
had yeah, we
turnovers.
had 2 sacks but no turnovers. But once
Yeah.
again, I mean, couple that they get a batted ball that lands in their defensive lineman's lap.
Yep.
We had 3 batted balls at the line of scrimmage that just,
Just
bounced into no
died.
man's
Yeah.
land. Yeah, it's like once again just not going our way when it comes to the turnovers this year.
Yep. So I mean,
Harrison
Cowboys end
Smith
up with.
Harrison Smith has one hit him in the chest,
No,
which
I
is
know. Well, I mean, it was actually a really good play by that. I can't remember which receiver it was.
the
It
wide
wasn't
receiver.
Pickens and Lamb. It was one
Yeah,
of their other ones. But he got his hand in there, so that
for
was
sure.
actually a really good play by him playing
Yeah.
D. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think you can complain about the defensive effort. I think would Aubrey have 4 field goals.
Yeah.
He made 4, missed 2, so they kicked
Yeah.
6 field goals.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And Dallas's offense is no joke. Like, they're
Oh,
a
for sure. They can move the
good
ball.
offense.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
Lamb,
mean, Dak, CD, Pickens. I mean, again, Javante Williams, it's just like,
Jake
wow, like he really,
Ferguson. Yeah,
on the second coming here in Dallas.
they
So
had a second running back there that I didn't know his name, but he puts up a touchdown. I think he had 40 yards or something like that. So, um,
yeah,
yeah, man, my standout last night, which is disappointing because we'll kind of share the news here, but man, Jonathan Grenard is everywhere out there last night.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
now
especially
that
that one where he
fell
missed
down.
him, then he got back up and made the sack. Like
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
yeah, just guy's an animal.
Yeah, I mean, and then it comes out today. KOC broke the news that he's going to be out for the season with a shoulder, which I understand. Like at this point in time, like our
Yeah,
playoff hopes are out. So to me, like it makes sense for injuries like that. We got to shut him down. We got to get him healthy for next year. But
yeah,
I've been seeing Grenard's name kind of floating around in that like Burrow stuff. And after last night, like I don't know that I'm ready to get rid of Grenard, man. He is a great defensive player, and yeah, he's just a beast out there. He's a force on the line.
yeah. I mean, I like especially our linebacking core. I really like what we have with him, Van Ginkel, and then you got
Yeah,
Turner rotating in.
yeah,
You got Cashman and Wilson in the middle. You got IPU can come in.
yeah.
Like I really like our linebacking core. A lot of
Metellus
depth.
can kind of swing in there a little bit if he needs to.
Dallas can
Yeah,
kind of play that like kind of
hybrid.
outside backer, nickel kind of
Yeah,
guy. So yeah, I really like what we got going there. I'm hoping that we bring everyone back because it's deep and
yeah.
everyone's talented and everyone flies around and make plays.
The biggest piece, though, I think we need to kind of talk about bringing back is Brian Flores. I mean,
Oh
at
yeah,
this point, I don't know, and we've been saying it, but I don't know how he's going to not get looks from other organizations who are in need of a head coach. He just does such a good job with the defense, and I just have been really hoping that he's found his thing here, and
yeah.
maybe he's willing to stick it out with KOC until they hopefully can get over that hump and get us to the Super Bowl.
I mean, that's ideal. That's that's what we all are hoping for, I think. Obviously, if you're the Wolves, hopefully they put the money up to try to keep him around because he's obviously just a massive part of this.
For sure.
Um, yeah, like I would assume he'll get at least an interview or two, but right now I'm not seeing his name mentioned a lot with
It's
like
interesting. Yeah.
the next cycle of coaching candidates,
Yeah.
which it doesn't mean he won't be in there, but
Mm,
again, he's still got that ongoing litigation with the NFL that I
yeah.
think is gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
And I feel for the guy because he deserves to be a head coach.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt in my mind, but man, I'm gonna take him for as long as I can as the D coordinator of the Vikings and
Yep.
happy to have him. And I just hope they compensate him like a head coach and he'll have
For
everything but
sure.
the title.
Well, I
We'll
think you're
see.
right there. I mean, it may be hurting him, but it's for sure helping us because Brian
Yeah.
Flores is a guy who should be a head coach in the NFL, and the fact that he's not and he's leading our defense is all the better for us. I mean, I just think it's a bonus. But
Yeah,
I
I
do
feel
think
fortunate.
I do think
Yeah.
if he's going to hang around, in Minnesota, that the Vikings do need to respect that and compensate him, however that
Right.
looks. A co-head coach or a head coach money, but you're still the defensive coordinator. Like he's that good of a coach.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely,
100%.
absolutely. Well, we got to shout out Will the Thrill one more time here. I mean, the guy
I mean,
continues
just
to
makes kicks.
show up and show out. I saw a post made that said, "Vikings fans, what do you think about this? Joe Burrow for Will the Thrill," and then it said, "We're not even taking that call." Like
Yeah.
he is the guy right now that is heading, anything successful we're looking back on this season, it is the coming out of Will the Thrill.
Dude, like I said, I don't even think in
Yeah.
my like I don't know what distance it would have to be for me to think he might miss,
Yeah.
but it'd be past 60. If it's not 60 yards, like I was like, well, he's gonna make it. I mean, it's insane.
And it is right down the middle.
Yeah, dude,
Like
it's just
it's
like
almost like he's a
that little
robot. It's
baby
great.
draw, like,
It's
oh
crazy,
man, it's
man.
so nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so nice to have him kicking for the Minnesota Vikings. So,
Especially just again, I've said this before, but being in kicker purgatory for as long as we were just
yeah.
feels so good to have someone reliable.
Yeah.
Like they just lock him up, keep him around
Yeah.
for years to come. Because yeah, this guy's money.
Yeah, and I did see that Will the Thrill posted some giveaway tickets for the Lions game today on Twitter. So just
Oh, nice.
continues to like continues to carry the crown. Like this guy is an all Viking right here. I
Did
love it.
Did
So
you see the video that DePaula, and Ryan Wright put out on Twitter?
I did not.
Did I not send that to you? All right,
Oh,
I'll send you the video.
I got to check it out.
It's hilarious. Yeah, it's like a holiday themed video about voting for them for the Pro Bowl.
Oh, I don't think I watched it. I did see something floating around there. I might have saw an
It's
image
pretty
from it or
funny.
something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's great.
um, well, man, we are coming off 2 straight wins. We got to bring in some Purple Dub Hopes this week. Our Purple Dub Hopes, as always, are brought to you by 612Tees, great Minnesota our Minnesota-based sports t-shirt company. I got one on right now.
Nice.
I had to rep
Oh,
my
that's a
boy
sick one,
JJ,
man.
my QB1
That's a
tee.
sick one.
But if you check the description of this video, use Purple Dubs 25, you can get 25% off your first order on the website. So we encourage you guys check them out.
Yeah.
So Darin, man, let's bring out the Purple Dub Hopes. What do you got this week?
My hopes are resting on Jalen Nailor, man. Like that guy is on fire. He's got something going with JJ. And he's playing for a contract right now. So I am all in on Jalen Nailor right now. That guy is on fire. He looks great. He's catching everything thrown at him, scoring touchdowns. So yeah, I feel like he's going into the end zone again against the Giants. And yeah, I just love what I'm seeing from him, and we got to figure out how to keep him around next year.
Absolutely. I mean, I've said at the beginning of the year, I think he's one of the top wide receiver threes in the NFL, and he's been showing it
Yeah,
this year. I mean, I think
absolutely.
as of this point, he's probably leading the team in touchdowns when it comes to receiving.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my hope is around KOC's play calling because the last 2 games, I have just been so impressed with the play calling. I don't know what exactly he's doing, but I'm wondering why we didn't do this at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
But I really think that the play calling that he's been making has been exactly what JJ McCarthy needs, has been exactly
absolutely.
what our offense needs. That run pass balance, not doing too much, but doing enough. And then, man, that ball JJ threw last night to Jordan Addison, for any of you questioning the strength of his arm, dude, come on, a 55-yard drop back there to in the bucket on Jordan Addison. That's
Well, and he didn't even, he was still like, there's guys coming at him. Like, he didn't even get to step into it.
he
Like,
didn't even whip the leg.
that's just it. So, and people are, again, people want to just nitpick JJ, right? Like,
Yeah,
people are, oh, if you'd have let him, it would have been a touchdown. It's like, well, true, but like, at that point, I'll take an underthrow just to get the
100%.
completion.
Yeah,
Like,
get him a big completion. Like we're talking
yeah,
a 50-yarder there. So I'm right there with you. And I don't think it was underthrown. I mean, Addison was still moving when he caught the ball. Um,
yeah. And
it,
he kind of waited. I mean, again, we'll call it a
yeah,
slight underthrow, but
yeah,
like underthrows are better than overthrows.
yeah.
So
And neither of us is throwing the ball 50 yards down the field. So
not
So
anymore.
you naysayers, All right, man. Well, let's talk a little bit about the upcoming game against the Giants. Giants are losers of 8 straight. They just
Yeah.
lost. They just lost to the Commanders, 29-21. They're 2-12. What are your thoughts going into this game for the Vikings heading to New York to play?
Again, it feels like just another good game for JJ's development.
Yeah,
Like, let's keep building confidence. Get to play Jackson Dart, which will be kind of fun to see him.
yeah,
Like I think he's an entertaining player to watch.
I
So
agree.
I think that part will be fun. Good challenge for the D with the young quarterback that can run, got a good arm. But definitely a game we should win. Looking forward to seeing the offense continue to take strides. It would be great to see Jefferson, have a game, get
For
in the
sure.
end zone, maybe get 100 yards. I mean, was he like 170 short of a
Yep.
thousand, I think?
I
So
think he's I
let's
think
get him
he's
there. And if he can put a
eight.
hundred up this game, like,
Yeah, I think he's sitting at like 830 something right now after last night's game. He's
yeah,
got 3 games, to hit that 1,000 mark. I'm really hopeful this week. Jefferson will get upwards of 100 yards and really kind of cut down on that amount just to
yeah,
keep that streak going for him. I think is important for him and his morale.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, just his legacy. But yeah, so I think, want to see him get in the end zone. But yeah, just more than anything, want to see that progression from JJ. Don't fall back into turning it over, or, making mistakes, missing open guys. So hopefully he just keeps hitting the open guys, making the right read, and keep seeing him build that confidence.
yeah, and for me, like watching the Giants, yeah, they've lost 8 straight, but they've had a lot of good games.
Yeah,
So to me, I think it's going to be a good game for the Vikings. I think the Giants are going to, I mean, even though they're losing, they're still trying. um,
absolutely.
who knows what they're doing at the end of the game there? But I do think they're still trying. So I think we should see a game there as the Vikings, head to New York to play the Giants. So,
Yeah,
and then, yeah, I agree. Jackson Dart, he's a fun guy to watch. I think him versus JJ is an interesting kind of dynamic there. Two young guys.
yeah.
So I think that should be fun. And then, yeah, it'll be fun to see kind of Flores get after a young, kind of inexperienced quarterback to see what he brings with the defense.
Yeah, Flores will do what Flores does. Let's see him
Yeah,
send the house and see what Jackson Dart can do under pressure. So
absolutely. All right, man. Well, what do you got? What's your prediction for the week?
I'm going definitely Vikings win on the road. You know, the offense just looked really good. I'm gonna put up another high number. I'm gonna go let's go 33-20.
Okay. Oh, nice
Thirty-three
little,
twenty
nice.
four will to thrill field goals.
Yeah.
Put three in the end zone. Let's hope one of them's to Jefferson.
There we go. Well, I mean, three TDs has kind of been the trend for our boy McCarthy.
Yeah.
However, shout out CJ Ham because I love seeing that guy get in the end zone. Like
I
that's
mean, how do you not, right?
I love that. It's always my favorite when the fullbacks get some love.
Yes.
I'm going 27-17 Minnesota Vikings. I think JJ is going to put up another couple TDs, and then like you said, I really hope one of those is to Jefferson. I just think it would be good for the team. I could see Jefferson scoring and the team just getting really excited and rallying around
Everyone
that.
would,
Yeah.
the whole fan base would be psyched. We
I
just
mean, he
want to
had
see
one.
Jefferson.
He did have one last night that got called back, so that was a little
Yeah,
disappointing.
you could, just as he's about to drop the gritty, he
I
saw the
know.
flag. I mean, oh, what a brutal flag. The guy's lined up a foot too far, forward. You're like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
gonna do what they're gonna
right.
do.
Well,
So. All right, man. Well, let's finish it off here. I want to just kind of walk through a little memory lane here because I saw this kind of layout of the Vikings' last playoff appearances over the
yeah.
last 10 years. I don't know if you've seen this.
No.
So 2015, the Vikings made the playoffs.
Yep.
2017, the Vikings made the playoffs. 2019, the Vikings made the playoffs. 2022, we're not going to count COVID. They made the playoffs. 2000,
20, yeah. 2021 they missed.
yeah,
So, yeah.
2022 and then 2024. So really, we're on a cycle right now every 2 years. So I want to ask you, my friend, what chances do you give the Minnesota Vikings to make the playoffs in 2026?
Ooh, man, I like that question. Well, they're going to be playing a last place schedule, which will be great. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go assuming like there isn't a bunch of blowing up the roster, right? So like
Hmm.
I guess like looking at the current roster as constructed
Which
with a few tweaks.
I don't know that we're going to see a ton of shifts because a lot of our big signings were kind of several year contracts. So,
Yeah.
um,
So assuming it's the same, roughly the same team, I'm gonna put it about 65%.
that's exactly what
I
was on
think
my
I,
mind.
I think if you avoid injuries, I think you're going to the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
avoid major injuries to major contributors. Like there's going to be bumps and bruises, a few guys missing games here and there, but
Yeah.
if you stay relatively healthy, I'll put it at 65%.
Yeah, well, for the sake of my three boys under 10, I'm gonna give them a nice 6-7%.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 67% for our Minnesota Vikings to make the
Love it.
playoffs. But I want to throw these playoff games at you, our losses, and I just want to know like which one stands out the most to you. We had the Seahawks, the Eagles, the 49ers, the Giants and the Rams. Like, which one, as you think back on those, still cuts a little bit deeper than the other ones?
I mean, the obvious one to say would be the Seahawks because of the way it ended.
Hmm.
That being said, it's hard when I look back because that it was just such a young, talented team that like maybe they would have like made a huge run. I don't know. I just remember thinking like I don't think this was the year anyway, but
Yeah.
honestly the Eagles one is the one that I remember the most. I know we kind of got our asses kicked, but scored first, just felt like after that Kyle Rudolph touchdown,
Oh yeah.
we started the game, we stopped them, we go and score. We
Yeah.
stopped them. I'm like, oh man, we go down and just get points here.
Hmm.
It's over.
Yeah.
Because like that D, you couldn't drive 80 yards for a touchdown on that D. Just
Yeah.
couldn't.
for sure.
Nobody could do it. It was, roads were closed that year, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
So, and then, Keenum throws the pick six. I know he kind of got hit as he threw it, but it's just like, oh
Yep.
man. And then the floodgates opened, and then he
Yep.
got
Flea
beat by Nick Foles, and it's just like, man, I just
flea
really
flicker to
like the
start
way
this.
that game turned, and it just
Yeah, flea flicker to
was so
start the
brutal.
second half. Want a
Yeah.
touchdown to Alshon Jeffrey. I mean, it was just yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Because the other ones, like again, the Seahawks is probably second. The Niners, like they're just better than us. Like, I don't
yeah,
know. And then, I mean, you came to my house to watch the Giants game. Like, that was just like Kirk checking down on on fourth down. Like, that's it. That's how the
yeah.
season ends. Like,
To me, as I look back, like the Eagles one, that impacted me for the next several days. But
yeah.
as I think back on it, like I was so disappointed in that Giants loss because all year we had played this game where we got down and then we won in the
Came
last
back.
minute. And it just seemed
Come
like it
back
was
good. Yeah.
scripted so perfectly. We get the ball, we're down, Kirk's driving, and then, like you said, for him to finish the game on a 4th and 13 check down to TJ Hawkinson was just incredibly disappointing in that game, especially, when we were watching it. Jefferson's first half was insane. Like the
Right.
dude was making catch after catch. And then to allow Daniel Jones to do it
Yeah.
was just a little disappointing. So that
Um,
one still hurts a little bit for me.
yeah. And again, like, I don't care if there's five guys on Jefferson on that play.
Yeah.
That's who you're going to.
Well, that was
Like,
the year he made the catch against the Bills. Like
yeah.
we were in that spot once already, and we know
Yeah.
this works. Like so, anyways. But
Yeah.
um,
Well, yeah.
hey, shout out to Kirk, man. He got himself a win against the Bucks, and
Good
he's
for
still
Kirk.
doing his thing down there in Atlanta.
Good for
But
Kirk. Kyle Pitts ruining people's fantasy football seasons.
yeah,
So,
no, I'm wondering how many people just had him on their bench right there.
oh
That's
my
the end of the
God.
season.
Yeah.
Um,
Ridiculous. Crazy.
anyways, Purple Dopers, we appreciate you guys always, each and every week, tuning in. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're following on YouTube. And then if you're already on any of our podcast platforms, please make sure you follow along to the show and then give us a rating and review. Darin, 3 more to go, man, with the Giants on the books, man.
Three more, baby. Let's keep it rolling, JJ. Looking good, buddy.
Who knows? Let's just finish it out with something to root for. That's all I'm asking for. Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
all right, Vikings friends, we skull, you skull, we all skull together. We'll catch you guys next week.
Skull.